Alright. We're back in, and I still have no idea what I'm doing. So let's see here. Let's see what we can do here. We got a few more cards. What does rest? Oh, game. Why did you black out there? Okay. Rest. Okay, so they all move around now. And if you say so. Why are you in Uladale? Preview. Can I start the duel? No? Oh, okay, so I can choose where to go. Hold still. Alright, so right now we're just dancing around, trying to meet each other. Whenever you're in a village or a city, you can trade. Okay. You use the arrows in trading to buy or sell rations at the price listed between. I have rations? The prices change over time, so keep an eye out for good deals. If you want to trade here, you'll have to travel to this location. Okay. So bread can't be traded out. No, he can't be traded out. We'll have to go ahead and go here then. Stop running away. May as well stock up on rations. Where are my rations even stored? Let's see if we can go ahead and talk to Tweedledee here. Up here is your inventory, and it contains everything you need on your quest. On your left, you have your portrait, name, and the amount of cards you've collected. You can earn new cards from dueling wizards you meet. In the middle, we have your decks. You can create it, edit, and move them around here. The leftmost deck is used during duels, so make sure you're properly prepared before starting one. These counters show the amount of gold and rations you have. Gold is earned through duels and used to buy rations or cards. Rations are needed to travel the world. Every time you travel from a location to another, you consume one ration. Oh, okay, we got 41 rations. I think we're good. And if you run out of rations, you will get a health penalty during the next duel. If you want to save on rations, you can rest and let time pass without consuming the rest. Just sleep, don't eat. It'll be fine. And finally, up here is the menu button to change the options and return to the title screen. Okay. Oh, okay, so I can just pull that down, pull that little drawer down, take a little looky-loo. Okay. You. Greetings. Die. Perish. See your death, Elena. Let's see here. I'm thinking... Okay, I'm thinking rage, greed, and sword. Get my rage as little pain, and rather to deserve the loss than thrust be forced to leave behind the sword that stabs me in its greed. And I'll die before I come again. I shall not see another year. I'm not really feeling these poems. I'm gonna be honest. It's the only reason I look at them at all is because I have to take a look at what, you know, and what they represent. I still don't understand and how the words are divvied up. If your last poem contains mostly gloom words, inflict 2 to spirit. inflict one heartbreak for every gloom word in the last poem. And let's just go ahead and give him full heartbreak. A massive onset of ennui. Alright, let's see here. A little bit of gloom. A little bit of gloom. A little bit of fire. Sorrow, silence, and fire. This one really likes comboing into gloom by the looks of it, but it's not going to help him. Let's see here. Deal 10 damage, inflict 1 soul burn. Why not? Deal 4 damage every card your opponent has in their hand. Well, I only have 2, so... If your last poem contained brilliance... Okay. Cure soul burn. Heal myself. Don't mind if I do. I mean, and the game itself is pretty fun. I will admit, I'm just not seeing a lot from the poetry side of things. Greed. Inflict some heartbreak and deal 10 damage. Why not? Only one more. Yeah, it would do to go ahead and pare down what exactly I'm going to be using. There we go. You unlocked a new card sleeve. Okay. Let's see here. 100 gold or... Well, let's go ahead and make sure that our provisions are taken care of. I think I'll defeat each one in 2 times. You're welcome to do it any time, but don't expect to learn joyful themes here. Okay, so each one helps you specialize. If your last poem contains mostly gloom words, 10 damage, 10 damage, 10 damage. Destroy him. Inflict soul burn. There we go. Yeah, I do need to really go ahead and nail down a theme. Let's see here. Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me. Restore 0. If your last... Brilliance. Brilliance. I don't get the feeling that this one will ever be dispirited. I get the feeling that this one is never feeling poor. Like, this one just lives for gloom. Okay, inflict 1 and heartbreak for every gloom word in your last poem. Yeah, that's a lot of gloom. I'm very curious as to what the whole thing's about. Inflict 2 disparate. 10 damage. Wait, let's go ahead and heal up a little bit. Yeah, right now my my deck is a little scattershot, so I need to go ahead and improve that. I could probably improve it by taking a few things out of it as well. Let's see. 10 damage, Heartbreak, 10 damage. Let's see here. And a little bit of fire. That should do it. One of 3 cards. Let's see what we got here. If your last poem contains no ego cards, deal 15 damage. If your last poem contains a passion card, deal 15 damage. If your opponent is soulburnt or rejuvenated, then deal 15 damage. Let's go ahead and go with blood. Good job. You're well on your way to unlocking the next chapter. To progress in Verses of Enchantment, collecting cards is the way to go. You're only a few duels away from unlocking the next chapter across the seas. Good luck. Loss is all part of life. I'm not one to be bothered by it. Okay. Well, you're about to be much more bothered by it. You know, I don't think I've made any changes to my decks. I should go ahead and change that. Brilliance, deal 10 damage, inflict. Alright. Wait, does this one just not have any gloom words this time? Aren't these gloom? Gloom. Silence. Mostly gloom words. Oh. Well, never mind. Never mind. Pretend I had said nothing. Kind of hurting, I'm not gonna lie. Sheesh. Nothing good here. Well, I'm not gonna be able to use this. Inflict 1 heartbreak. Soulburn. Just get these out of my deck. Yeah, I really need to go ahead and switch things around a little bit. Forest. Life. And silence. Well, let's go ahead and try Soulburn instead. We're gonna see if we can go ahead and combo into Gloom, but we need more Gloom in order to do that. Discard one. Man, I need to get Pain because Pain right there seems like it's very useful. Pain just seems like you can always use it. 10, 10, This might be the end for me. Deals 5 damage for every card your opponent has in their hand. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Well, it was worth a shot. Wait, I won? Did I math wrong? I thought I lost. Deal 5 damage for every card your opponent has in the hand. If your opponent has at least three cards, inflict 1 distract. Does that just make them skip their turn? We need more gloom anyway. And I need to go ahead and try swapping out my deck a little bit. You'll find its pros to be bleak, but its words cut deep. Okay, yeah, whatever. Alright. Welcome to the deck editor. You can change the contents of your decks here. These are cards that are already in your deck. To make space for new cards, you can press any card and remove them from your deck. This is your collection of cards. You can press these cards and add them to your deck. Okay. You can't add cards that are already in the deck. A valid deck must have 15 to 20 cards. Alright. So. Doubt. If your last poem contains Passion Ward, deal 15 damage. If your opponent is the Spirited, deal 20 damage. 6 damage for every nature word in your last poem. Right now, we're going to add to our deck. We should probably take away, but right now we're going to add to it. Gloom. Honestly, we could probably go ahead and... If your last poem contains 2 brilliance words, draw 1 card from your deck. This doesn't do anything, does it? Read. If your last poem contains 2 words, draw 1 card from your deck. Yeah, this doesn't serve me. Cure Soulburn from yourself. So far, no one's had Soulburn for more than a little bit. But it might be useful to keep, because Soulburn seems like it could be a major pain in the rear. Inflict 1 heartbreak for every gloom word in your last poem. I mean, so far we are heavily tilting towards gloom. Let's start the duel again. We took 1 out, add a couple in. Okay. Let's see here. I guess we're doing Sun, Storm, and Silence. Seems like you can only have 1 of each card, by the way. Alright. Inflict Heartbreak. Cure Soulburn, I guess. And I have no use for Doubt, so I'll just cast that all out. It seems like Doubt might be catered towards very specific, to countering very specific types of cards. Alright. Fire, Life, and Sorrow. Forest, damage. And we're doing slightly better, but I do need to go ahead and tune up my deck a little bit. And see, he's suffering the same problem, and throwing in Doubt where he has no use for it. That did nothing to me. See, that's kind of the problem, isn't it? Okay. If your last poem contains a passion word, deal 15 damage. Deal 6 damage for every nature word in your last poem. But there's only one. Okay. And sword. There you go. Yeah, that time was pretty decisive. If your opponent is soulburn, I almost said sunburned. If your opponent is sunburned or rejuvenated, deal 15 damage. Deal 5 damage for every card your opponent has in their hand. Honestly, that's a better punishment than doubt. If your last poem contains no ego words, deal 15 damage. I can do that. That just sounds like a free win. Let's go ahead and try editing the deck a little bit here. Okay. I'm not getting a lot out of doubt. And honestly, just not being, just getting rid of ego would give me a lot of yeah, I could go ahead and get rid of duty and just put in grave instead. Yeah, that would just be a straight upgrade. Yeah, I could just get rid of ego entirely. Yeah, no ego. I don't even have any cards that use ego right now, so there's no reason to have it in my deck. If your last poem contains no ego, I haven't made a last poem yet, so it may not track. Heartbreak, Gloom, and River. Set ourselves up for a better hand next time. There we go. Ooh, wish moving this time. Inflict 1 heartbreak for every Gloom word in your last poem. Wind, grave. Do I want to hold out for more gloom? I can. Yeah, more gloom. Nature and gloom. Inflict soul burn, 10 damage. That was a nasty combo, but it's not going to help you this time. Inflict 2 heartbreak for every gloom. Okay. Inflict soul burn. And some damage. Let's see here. It's pretty evenly matched so far. If your last poem contains a passion card... If your last poem contains a passion word, deal 15 damage. Soul burn. And the spirit. May as well set it up. Alright. Rain. Oh. I have to suffer first. Never mind. Let's see here. 10 damage, 10 damage, 10 damage. Just DPS it down. And, oh, they have a limited number of cards. Okay. May as well take Queen, I guess. There we go. Yeah, I mean, if there's only a limited number of cards. Bankrolled by Elena? Oh. Allow me to offer you supplies and aid of your pursuit of greater knowledge. Oh, okay. No, not yet. Darn it. Darn it. I wanted to go ahead and check my deck again. Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it here. See ya. Bye.